Hello, this is Michael Golub. Today, for the hands-on learning virtual workshop, we'll be doing controlling of Scometer with the Arduino. I work full-time at IUPUI. This was partly done by a capstone group, and faculty staff also assisted. We had an old Viscometer that was bought in 1978. The biggest problem was the stopwatch that we used to drop the ball, time the dropping of the ball, and timing when it would hit the bottom of the tube. We realized this was highly inaccurate, and some sort of sensor would be most helpful. Along the way, there were several other disadvantages of using this unit, but the major thing was what's relevant to this workshop is that we've computerized the output. So this is a picture of the new setup. We have 3 tubes with different liquids, and then each tube has a sensor on the top and bottom. So those are IR sensors, and then in this white box we have a microcontroller. It receives the input signal. So the idea is that the students would come in and write the code for the Arduino. So that would be like a homework assignment before they came into the lab. They would write the code. The box would already be wired as shown here. We could possibly have them do this step as well, but for now we're thinking just having them write the Arduino code would be sufficient, and then actually run the experiment to get the data. Here's a close-up of the IR sensors. And so, as I said earlier, the lab requirements would be to create the Arduino code prior to coming to the lab. They got to make sure that they get all the time input values, control the LCD display, and then take input from the selector switch. And here's a couple handouts that we would give to the students, as well as some of the pieces of this presentation. Basically, the data acquisition is the part that they need to work as a homework prior to coming to lab, and figure out how it's going to record the time and then output the time so they can use that for their lab experiment. And here's an example. So unit's turned on. There's some sort of greeting that says that it's working, so that's the name of the device. And then they select the selector switch to get ready. And the ball is dropped. There's 2 values that are calculated, and then a final value of the time it took for those 2 sensors is shown on the display.
No.
Lastly, this is the ball removal.
No.
So, just in case your kids wanted to know how to get the ball out, they use 2 magnets, and then they can continue the experiment. Okay, thank you.